My name is Tracy Rolling. I am Experience Director at Futurice in Berlin. Futurice is a international innovation consultancy. We've been around for about 20 years. My career has been mostly in emerging technology, really in the consumer experiences at the moment when they're coming from R&D into, real product. I did location-based services on mobile phones starting in 2007 when the first iPhone apps were coming out. I've done all kinds of things for watches, VR and augmented reality, also on phones, and of course the IoT in the recent years. I was flattered to be asked to join the UX Design Awards jury to recognize the kind of up-and-coming pioneers, people who are finding new approaches to solving problems with technology and design. Pioneering solutions in design and technology are not going to be coming only from the new talent category of UX Design Awards. I think there's opportunity everywhere to find better ways to do things, to solve old problems in better ways. The question of what makes good UX is impossible to really answer because context means everything. One thing that's really important that we really need to be thinking about right now is how we design for human outcomes and not only economic outcomes. The recent news with Facebook and Instagram is a really interesting example of this. It's kind of showing you how you can create a very terrible user experience, literally user experience. Young people having exacerbated self-esteem problems or encouraging anorexia or severe bullying by using the tools of great UX, right? The user experience is not only what we kind of naively and classically think of as the screens and the flows and the visual design. It's really, we really need to think more about what the actual human outcomes of the products that we design and build are, and not only the business case and so forth. There's not a formula for making good UX. You can be methodologically expert, you can have great skills. All of that is kind of important and foundational for doing a good job, but a lot of good ideas and experiences also come out of accident and experiment. So it's important to make space for trying things out and failing. When I'm looking at the entries for the UX Design Award, I'm going to be looking for something that kind of marries purpose, utility, and delight. I'm going to be looking for experiences that really take the big picture into account. Not only that it's wonderful looking, wonderful feeling, but also that it takes into account the kind of bigger picture of the human outcomes and understands the implications and the bigger implications of itself as an experience. I'm really hot for sort of a calm UI. I love reasonable automations quite a lot. Things that connect the physical and digital world are very interesting, and things are very possible right now in that realm. So some examples I can give are, I have these internet connected lights in my home. They're programmed so that when I wake up in the morning, they're already starting to come up, but very dim, so I don't have to walk out of my dark bedroom and turn on a light and be blinded. I use a tracking app called life cycle, that it's using location as a proximity for activity, and also does a pretty good job of detecting bike rides. And this is another one of these kind of like sensible automations in the background. It's very tricky though with these kinds of physical, digital, and automated experiences to kind of make sure that you're designing something that's invisible, calm, and seamless, while at the same time having a privacy first design. Working with new technologies, as I've done in my career, you're always doing things that have a real potential dark side. And of course, when you're working with location services or biometrics or computer vision, it's kind of out there and in your face that you gotta think about these things, and that they matter, and they matter to society. But I think that it's always true in design and technology, not only with facial recognition or location technology, but with everything. And that goes back to the sort of social media problems and things like this. We're always forgetting to design for the worst case scenario. We design only the happy path. And that really needs to change. We need to think a lot more about the potential dark side of what we do in everything as designers, because otherwise we can't mitigate for them. And then we act surprised when terrible outcomes happen.